Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons. We're talking about Vecna, Eve of Ruin, and we have finally reached Chapter 11, right? And this is the part where the player characters, the Dragon Masters, actually, player character equals Dragon Master, actually reaches Vecna. Now, where is he? He's on Pandesmos, which is on the material plane of Pandemonium, and he is in the Cave of Shattered Reflections, right? So you would think that the Dragon Masters could just approach him. That's not correct. They actually can get to the entrance to the Cave of Shattered Reflections. But before they can go in to actually deal with... So at this point, the Dragon Masters have the complete rod of 7 parts. They are coming on their own, or they are coming with Illustriel and Tasha. That's up to your group, right? If they're all 20th level at this point, right? So if your Dragon Master group has formed really strong bonds with Illustriel and Tasha, they may be with you. If your group is like, we were prophesied when you made the wish and you called us forward, we were the ones who were prophesied to destroy Vecna, so you need to stay here. So the Dragon Masters are in the position of telling the Wizards 3, Mordenkainen, Illustriel, and Tasha, you guys stay back, or saying, hey, come with us. We throw down together, right? And also, it's your table, right? So you're deciding, do your 20th level epic heroes, are they ready to handle Vecna on their own? Or do they need Mordenkainen, do they need Illustriel, and do they need Tasha, right? Good question. But that's your table, right? So that's what, and a lot of this is modular. A lot of this is parameterizations that can be moved around, right? So finally, your Dragon Masters reach this point. They're ready to go against Vecna. Well, Vecna's Vecna, right? This is the point. Vecna's not a villain. He's an uber villain, right? So Vecna, I keep saying right. Sorry, I'm going to work on that. So Vecna reaches this point, and the players come at him. Now, this is the issue. Villains are villains. Henchmen are henchmen. Minions are minions. But uber villains are uber villains. And so you cannot simply stroll up to Vecna. So what do the players need to do before they reach Vecna? Well, they got the Rod of 7 Parts for a reason. Only the Rod of 7 Parts can manage the problem that they're about to run into. What is that problem? The problem that they're about to run into is that they run into the demi-planes of unreality. 3 demi-planes of unreality. So what are these demi-planes of unreality? Well, Vecna's been working on this ritual, and he is right now about to cast a ritual which will remake the entire multiverse in the image that he chooses. Every realm, Kryn, the Spelljammer realm, Forgotten Realms, Greyhawk, Ravenloft, every realm, okay? The realms of Dungeons & Dragons, as Dungeon Master from the 1983 Saturday morning cartoon said. Dominaria, okay? Ravnica, Theros, Ixalan, Exandria, all the realms of Dungeons & Dragons. Humblewood, okay? Dungeons of Darkheim, all of these, right? All of these different, the Flea Mortal realm, right? Everything Matthew Colville ever wrote that was of significance, all of them, all those realms, right? It's powerful. It's incredible. 40K, is it in there? Good question. Good question. It's printed on a magic card. It's got a soul ring exactly like you'll find in every other Dungeons & Dragons realm. Does it, is Vecna about to rewrite the entire Warhammer 40K world? It's a really good question, I think. Lego City? Is Vecna going to rewrite Lego City? I know the answer. Do you? It's interesting, right? So Vecna's about to do his thing, right? Excuse me, sorry, that's a habit. So Vecna's about to do his thing. But first, the Dragon Masters will encounter 3 3 demiplanes of unreality. Why are these demiplanes of unreality here? These demiplanes of unreality are specifically here because you can't roll at Vecna without going through something special. We saw this same thing with Lord Strahd. Lord Strahd was able to put all of the Dragon Master places into these dream spaces. And there are so these demiplanes of unreality, what these are is these are practice realms, right? These are simply the demiplanes he made practicing to rewrite the entire multiverse. And the player characters are immediately forced to unweave every single one of these demiplanes of unreality. They're forced to unweave these demiplanes of unreality. Why are they forced to do this? In order to even reach Vecna. Now, what do they have to do? They have to go into these demiplanes of unreality. They have to find a key object. That key object is a manifested secret, which links back to all of the secrets that the player characters have been gathering, right? And all of these secrets have been connected to or gone through or filtered through or touched in some way the Rod of 7 Parts. So when they go into the demiplane of unreality, the only way to escape it is to find the manifested secret, this object, and then touch that object with the Rod of 7 Parts, which will unlock that secret and shatter it, right? And that is why the Dragon Masters got the Rod of 7 Pieces. It mattered, right? It was required for the end, right? So at this point, they finally reach Vecna, and they have to unravel and unweave each of the 3 demiplanes of unreality. Once they do that, once they find the object, the manifested secret, and touch the Rod of 7 Parts to it, it unravels that demiplane of unreality. They go to the next demiplane of unreality. They do the same. They go to the next range of unreality. They do the same. And then finally, they unravel the final demiplane of unreality, and they reach Vecna, and they face him. And that's what we'll talk about next time. And I'll give you my humble opinion on it. Because every word you just heard was my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider like, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.